we start by adjusting our posture, so you sit relatively still, as comfortable as possible. And initially it might be helpful for this meditation to close your eyes. And just notice the whole posture, the chair, the floor. And then there's the breath. If your mind gets entangled with your inner dialogue, you return to the breath. I'm breathing, I'm alive. Then I invite you to kind of scan your body and intuitively allow your mind to settle with an area of tension, an area of discomfort. And that could be physical discomfort or also discomfort connected with an emotion. So you allow your mind, your awareness to approach that area. You can take the breath as a support, kind of breathing into that area. So where in your body is the discomfort? You keep a bit of a distance to it. What shape does it have? Is it rather vague or quite sharp? And notice how it is to bring an area of discomfort into the foreground of your awareness. The breath is a bit in the background. So now we gently let go with our awareness, and we turn to an area in our body where there's less discomfort. Maybe an area which actually feels well. So this is just an experiment. So just allow your awareness settle with an area where there's more space. And you breathe into that area. How big is the area? Does it have clear borders? If your mind goes somewhere else, you gently, without hurry, approach that area again. Is there color? If not, what color would there be? What's the quality of the sensations? If it would be a material, what would it be? Try to get a bit closer. Does it change? The meditation object here is not the mental image of that area. So if you have like a mental image, see if you can dissolve that or make it more transparent and become curious about the energy, the sensations. Almost could feel as if you breathe into or through that area. So now you gently let go without hurry, and gently you return to the area of discomfort. So you bring that to the foreground of your awareness. There's still somewhat the breath. And you breathe, you start to breathe into the area of discomfort. big is it now? What is the color? And also here the object is not the mental image, but the experience, bare sensations, bare energy. So holding this discomfort. If there's resistance, that's fine. Just notice that. What's the temperature of the discomfort? Is it hotter or colder than the surrounding areas? Or the same? What is it without words? If you get distracted, you return. You drop the word mine, it's the word discomfort. And you keep a sense of space around. Is it changing? What's the quality of the sensations? If it would be material, what would it be? And why is it difficult to be with it? Is it dangerous? So now, without hurry and gently, you turn to the area of comfort, possibly the same. So you breathe into that area. Did it change? What color does it have now? And you breathe into that area, looking closely into the vibrational level. So, and then another time, one more time, you Gently turn your attention towards the discomfort. Breathing into it, bathing the discomfort, bathing the energy. With as much curiosity and tenderness as possible. Holding softly, touching gently with awareness. The discomfort which we all share. How's the color? Did it change? And what is it without words? So now you broaden your awareness into the whole body, from the toes to the top of your head. As if the whole body is breathing, the whole body is alive. Let the energies flow where they want to flow. And then make your awareness even bigger. Become aware of the people around you, this room. Get a sense how big, how vast the container of your consciousness is. And then we can conclude this meditation with the experience or the insight that you're not alone. There's others who experience the same kind of discomfort right now. And may through my love towards my discomfort, may everyone be healed. Are there any questions, comments?
Could you repeat the last sentence you said? Did you say through the love towards my discomfort?
Heal everyone. So that is, there's a practice in the Tibetan tradition, it's called Tonglen, which is a practice of approaching discomfort and giving away the good. So the opposite to what we instinctively do. Instinctively we want the good for us and want the bad for others. So and here there's it's like it's counter-instinctual. The whole practice is counter-instinctual because that's what we don't. We don't want to approach the discomfort. We want to run away, and it's really amazing to experience how when we do this counter-instinctual movement towards pain, that is actually the way of healing, the way of growing. It's strange.
I have a completely opposite experience that also if you want to help someone that you have to see them well, not focusing on their illness or their sickness. And if I'm sick, I also focus on my well-being, and then I feel this is good, it helps. So I had the feeling when you guided us through this, something, rather stagnant energy. There was no movement in it, and I thought, how can we help others just by feeling, what discomfort is? I think then we are actually making it worse because we are creating the idea of illness or discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
That's my experience.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to discuss with you?
Do you think it helps if you want to heal yourself or others, that this will be helpful and effective? Or is it just to feel what discomfort can be?
Mm-hmm. Of course, in my experience, I'm sharing only what not only I find helpful, but also other people. But somehow it just makes sense for me that I need to touch what I want to heal.
Yeah.
That makes just sense for me. But I can see, it was. I can see where you're coming from, and I can agree with some of the things you said. But this is part of this practice is that you connect with health. So you come from health from that which is healthy, and then you turn to. So you turn from your resource, you turn to that which hurts. So the same, if I would relate to you, yes, I could start with going towards what is good in your life, what is good within you, but probably I would also need to give space to your pain and acknowledge that and be with that. If you turn to the resource, of course the pain becomes a bit smaller. That's right. Yeah. Just play with it.
I think it's better to make a consciousness about harmony.
Mm. Yeah.
I understand
Yeah.
what you say, but it can also be dangerous if you are creating a thought form about that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yes.
In this practice, you don't create thoughts form. You don't create stories. That's part of the practice, that you see the story as a story, and you become curious about how it feels in the body. What quite often happens when you do this is that the discomfort disappears quite quickly when the story dies. That can happen. That can happen. So I'm just not into the kind of positive thinking too much.
Why not?
Yeah, because I'm most attracted by the teachings of the Buddha, and the first noble truth is life is suffering. So,
There's also an end to it.
huh?
There's also an end to suffering.
Yeah, I have not.
That's how I
I have not come to that place. And I'm not sure. And I'm not sure because I mean, for joy to be there needs to be sadness also. I mean, joy can't. Everything exists in opposites. Yeah? So I'm not sure if it's possible to. I mean, harmony exists because there's disharmony. So yes.
I was following either the meditation or the guidance, the teaching. Not sure where it happened, but when you mentioned I'm not the only one, I felt you scored a goal in my defense.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but you got me. And I really
So
appreciate
what was
that.
the response?
It was like, where did that come from? And I had no way of, everything that I was somehow, everything dropped. I had no defense, I had no way to emerge from that.
Was it unpleasant?
No,
or?
very
No.
good. So like in 2 o'clock in the mornings, those ones, when it seems that there's no way to get out of this. Somehow that just took down the walls.
The walls of like calling it your experience, and
Yeah.
this is me having this experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my experience is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That went out of the window.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. I don't know, I can't, probably one could explain it a bit, but I'm talking more from my sense. I feel it's meaningful to. No, I really feel that that the personal work with your personal pain, with your personal traumas, is actually not private. It's something, it's something, it's like we all working on different expressions of anxiety and pain, suffering, but I feel like we are kind of almost as if we are breathing into the same and inviting the same, and each of us contributes to that. So that's just my feeling. And that makes a personal crisis really meaningful, not only for your personal development, but also for the development of your family and your ancestors and and your friends. Somehow, if I don't think too much, then it really makes sense. Yes.
I was just wondering something that's more about the methodology of meditation. Very rarely I have a very weird sensation, like when the meditation works, if I want to say, like when you're really in a certain state that you feel things happening to you, I suddenly get that very strange sense of size. That means that I feel like, so you all have that. Cool. That's what I wanted to know. But what do you do when that happens? Because usually it distracts me so much that I'm instantly out of it again.
Yeah.
And what is it? Because I find it really weird.
Yeah. So part of this, the answer is this is very normal, and this is what people experience. All kinds of strange shifts in perspective or in size, or kind of energies moving, or so what you do with it is you just let it be. So it becomes part of the meditation object. It becomes part of learning to be lovingly curious about whatever arises. Yeah? It's neither a sign that you're almost enlightened, nor it is a sign that there's something wrong. Yeah? So you kind of in a sustainable meditation practice over a long period of time, you learn more and more. You learn more and more. Things come and go, and things change, and strange things happen. And one kind of explanation for that is when your mind settles and there's a bit more space for things to move, then actually your subtle energy body starts to move, like kind of a contraction maybe moves, or like a knot starts to open. So there's like some energies flow, and these flows of energy, they can produce mental images or energetic experiences. So it's kind of recognized as part of the healing process, or part of the shifting of energies in your body. And when people don't have like a safe environment or a teacher around who says what I just said, then this can be quite scary, and people get disturbed by it. Also, I mean, even if you don't get the instructions for it or the teachings, by just getting more in contact with your own experience, you start to discover, you start to see by yourself that this moment does not exist in the way it appears to you. This moment, for example, you might have a sense, this is my body and I'm somewhere here, and it has a certain size and it's localized in time and space, and somehow my mind is in here. This is how this moment appears to us. And this is not how it is. And by just looking into your experience, you have glimpses of that. Suddenly your body is huge, suddenly it shrinks like this. Yeah. And this is disturbing because in one way, even if it sucks to be kind of imprisoned in your story and in your body, we are also a bit attached to it. It also feels safe. So when this is kind of broken, and you start to see, wow, this is actually not also stable and disconnected and separate than it appears to be, then this is disturbing. Yeah, it can be a bit disturbing, or you can get afraid. Also, you want to kind of be, in a way, you also want to leave the prison, but it's also nice. It smells, but it's nice because you know it. Okay, I have to stop.
Couldn't the story or the prison it could also be, a tool for enlightenment? Actually, couldn't it? That you use the stories, those nasty stories or sad stories, as an instrument for enlightenment.
That's what I do. It's all, here, now it maybe sounded like a technique to, be with anxiety or something like that, but it's actually about enlightenment. It's actually, the whole thing is about awakening. The whole thing is about enlightenment. Yeah. So it was just disguised. Okay, so you want to say something?